Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
This is painful, and it will be for a long time.
Hillary Clinton isn't shy about her disappointment over her defeat for the presidency at the hands of Donald Trump as she concedes the race to the president-elect. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Lisa Bedeau. Clinton says Americans owe Donald Trump an open mind and the chance to lead. She addressed supporters in New York this morning and is calling on them to now stand with President-elect Trump for a better America, saying the country must move forward.
But I want you to remember this. Our campaign was never about one person or even one election. It was about the country we love and about building an America that's hopeful, inclusive, and big-hearted.
Clinton won the popular vote, but Trump beat her in electoral votes with 289 to 218. He needed 270 to win. Donald Trump pulled off an historic political upset. The billionaire businessman fooled the polls and pundits by winning a string of critical swing states that many experts thought would go to Clinton. In his victory speech, Trump called for national unity. Weijia Zhang reports.
Donald Trump defied expectations by defeating Hillary Clinton to become the nation's 45th president. In his victory speech, Trump praised Clinton for a hard-fought campaign.
We owe her a major debt of gratitude for her service to our country. I mean that very sincerely.
Trump aides say his transition team will brief him today here at Trump Tower. They're expected to talk about filling cabinet posts. Clinton phoned Trump early this morning to congratulate him on his victory.
We noticed all of the time that Hillary Clinton had a difficult time in each of these swing states.
Trump won 29 states, including close races in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina.
Donald Trump heard a voice out in this country that no one else heard.
Trump promised to reach out to the more than 58 million Americans who did not vote for him.
For those who have chosen not to support me in the past, of which there were a few people, I'm reaching out to you for your guidance and your help so that we can work together and unify our great country.
President Obama invited President-elect Trump to meet with him at the White House to discuss transition plans tomorrow. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, New York.
This morning, Trump tweeted, "Such a beautiful and important evening. The forgotten man and woman will never be forgotten again. We will all come together as never before." We're going to hear from North Dakota's governor-elect in less than an hour. Doug Burgum has a news conference planned for 1 this afternoon. The Republican entrepreneur said last night that it's important now for North Dakotans to come together. He said the state's industries need to stop competing against each other and that he plans to balance the budget and not raise taxes.
At all times, it's important to remember that when the government is spending money, it's not their money that's being spent, it's your money that's being spent. And we owe it to you to ensure that your money is spent as efficiently and effectively as possible in a way that does the most good for the most people.
Burgum easily won with more than 76% of the vote and is set to take office December 15th. The one thing we all agree on today, the weather is pretty nice. We're enjoying another above average day. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good afternoon. Yes, it is beautiful out there, and we'll enjoy a great afternoon as well. And looking into our temperatures right now, we're in the mid to some upper 50s to low 60s. 57 in Fargo, 59 in Grand Forks. It's 62 in Jamestown already, and 60 in Baudette. So some mild temperatures already, and we're very close to getting to some record highs for us for this afternoon. So looking rather warm, feeling rather warm. It is a little bit breezy out there, though, so just keep that in mind as we work through our daytime hours. So again, expect some warmer temperatures. We'll let you know how warm we'll get and what you can expect for the rest of the week ahead in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Lisa. Back to our election coverage now. Supporters of flood protection in Fargo-Moorhead are celebrating today after 2 key votes in yesterday's election. Fargo voters easily passed a city sales tax extension to help pay for the diversion project. Just over 66% of voters in Fargo saying yes. That will extend the current sales tax until the project is finished or until the year 2084. And it's a similar story for Cass County. That flood protection sales tax proposal overwhelmingly passed, with more than 63% of voters saying yes. A recount is likely for Fargo's District 46 state Senate race. Republican Jim Rohrs beat Democrat George Sinner by just 36 votes. The North Dakota Secretary of State says the margin is less than a percentage point, and under state law, recounts happen if a candidate does not win by 2 percentage points. Rohrs lost to Sinner 3 years ago, but says he's confident he won the seat this time. There was another surprise in the North Dakota State Senate race in Fargo. Democrat Merrill Pepcorn beat longtime Republican State Senator Tim Flackel for the right to represent people in District 44.
People have spoken, they showed up and voted, and now the campaigning, for me, I'm a promoter by profession. That was kind of fun in a lot of ways. And now the real work begins in representing the people of District 44 and the people of North Dakota.
Pepcorn joins Joshua Boucher and Carla Rose Hansen as the new representatives for District 44. They were elected to the State House. 2 top North Dakota Democratic leaders are up in Grand Forks, went down in defeat. Senate Minority Leader Max Schneider was beaten by former Grand Forks City Council member Kurt Kruen, 56 to 44%. The margin of victory, about 200 votes. And Democratic Party Chairwoman and State Representative Kylie Overson lost her re-election bid to Emily O'Brien by a little less than 150 votes. Jake Bloom was the other winner in that race. The big Donald Trump turnout at the polls made for a nervous waiting game for some Minnesota Democratic incumbents, too. It was a close race between State Representative Paul Marquardt and challenger Ben Grimsley, but Marquardt came out on top, 54% of the vote to 46% for Grimsley. One of the most expensive congressional races in the country was in our own backyard. Democrat Rick Nolan and his Republican challenger Stuart Mills spent $17 million in Minnesota's 8th congressional district. Nolan was reelected to the seat that serves a broad area from the northern Twin Cities suburbs through Duluth to the Canadian border. We have the results of all of the races on our website. You can check out everything you're interested in by heading to valleynewslive.com. New at noon, a woman was hurt in a one-vehicle crash near Crookston this morning when her car vaulted into the air after hitting an embankment. It happened on Highway 9, 6 miles south of Crookston, around 7 this morning. The State Patrol says the woman was alone in the car and drove off of a curve in the road. And we have new information on a car pedestrian crash in West Fargo. Alexandra Lucy was cited for care required after hitting a 9-year-old yesterday afternoon at the corner of 7th Street and 4th Avenue East. Police say the crash happened when the child darted out across the road. The child was checked out by paramedics, but was reportedly not hurt.